Give me that. Who got it? You got it, Isaac?
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 22. When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass.
We in June! Ain't no microchips! It's June!
Got rid of cash for an entire month. Didn't use any physical cards, so just digital means. And throughout the experiment, I wanted to push myself and try to find what's the furthest, possible extent of this future of payments. And I found a guy who is chipping people in Sweden, and I went over to Sweden and he did it.
We in June! Ain't no microchips! It's June!
And I found a guy who is chipping people in Sweden.
We in June! Ain't no microchips! It's June!
And I found a guy who is chipping people in Sweden. And I found a guy who is chipping people in Sweden. And I found a guy who is chipping people in Sweden. And I found a guy who is chipping people in Sweden. And I went over to Sweden and he did it.
We in June! Ain't no microchips! It's June!
So a senior writer on BuzzFeed decides to push the limits of tap to pay. He starts off by trying to pay for everything he can with just his smartphone. Then he ends up going as far as implanting a microchip in his hand in order to complete his transactions.
Ain't no microchips!
Going as far as implanting a microchip in his hand.
Ain't no microchips!
A microchip in his hand.
Ain't no microchips!
A microchip in his hand.
Ain't no microchips!
A microchip in his hand.
Ain't no microchips! It's June!
This may be the future of payments. Listen to this story. A senior tech reporter from BuzzFeed ditched his cash, his credit cards, and his wallet for a month. Instead, he implanted a chip in his hand.
Ain't no microchips! It's June!
Instead, he implanted a chip in his hand.
Ain't no microchips!
He implanted a chip in his hand.
Ain't no microchips!
He implanted a chip in his hand.
Ain't no microchips!
He implanted a chip in his hand. He implanted a chip in his hand. He implanted a chip in his hand. He implanted a chip in his hand.
But you got these idiots, I'm going to call them what they are. These monthly prognosticators talking about if you don't got the chip, you can't buy or sell. Buy or sell what?
Instead, he implanted a chip in his hand that would let him pay for things.
But you got these idiots, I'm going to call them what they are. These monthly prognosticators talking about if you don't got the chip, you can't buy or sell. Buy or sell what?
Instead, he implanted a chip in his hand that would let him pay for things. Instead, he implanted a chip in his hand that would let him pay for things. Instead, he implanted a chip in his hand that would let him pay for things, pay for things, pay for things, pay for things.
We in June! Ain't no microchips! It's June!
So how many of these have you sold so far?
Sold thousands, installed about 800 or so. Ready? Deep breath in. And out. Rad.
We in June! We in June! We in June! We in June! Ain't no microchips! It's June!
Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are at work and I'm getting a spur of the moment RFID chip implants.
We in June! Ain't no microchips! It's June!
I'm getting a spur of the moment RFID chip implants.
We in June! It's June! 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 Ain't no microchips! It's June!
Basics beats. Shalom. Kadalalem la Yahweh, Bashem Elshai, Bashem Akakodash, the bonus of the elders and apostles of greatness who not do well. Shalom, Wa Barakem, Laha Akem across the world, preaching His word in sincerity and in truth. Alright, it's Malatas that are from GMS, showing that I want younger brothers. Right, I'm touching on Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Alright, we're talking about the chip, the mark of the beast. Revelation 13, verse 16, and He calls it all both small and great, rich and poor, free and born to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Alright, so He calls it all both small and great, rich and poor, free and born. Alright, the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. The RFID chip is the mark of the beast. There's nothing else. Alright, because with this mark, right, it could buy and it could sell. Right, without this mark, it cannot buy and it cannot sell without this mark. Right, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell. Alright, no man will be able to buy or sell. Right, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Alright, so if you don't have this mark, you will not be able to buy and sell. Alright, and these men in these other camps, right, who scoffing and mocking, was scoffing and mocking back then, saying the mark of the beast is not the RFID chip. Right, calling the men of GMS, right, conspiracy nuts, right? What them men say no. What them men say no, because hey, there are people waking up, plenty of people waking up, seeing that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Right? Hey, it even goes to show all the words and these Christians, even these Christians know that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Alright? So hey, all these false prophets, right? 2 Peter chapter 2 and 1. Right? Hey, the Most High does deal with balance, right? The Most High will deal with balance. Right? Obviously the Most High will wake way up to the truth. And it will have the false prophet in it. The false prophets in Israel. It will have the false prophets in Israel. Right? Because the Most High Bashem Elshai is all about balance. Right? And next thing they like to do to prove their point is jump to Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4, right? We read about the mark, right? But they don't go into the etymology of words, alright? Because that mark in Ezekiel chapter 9, let me read it. Right, this is Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, show the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry, right, for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Alright, so hey, the Most High said unto the angel, right, to go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark on the foreheads of the men. Right, so this mark talking about the meaning of this mark is exempt from judgment, right? Goes back to the Hebrew word sawa, right? Being exempt from judgment. Alright, so in this time, in this day and age like now, alright, the Most High will do basically the same thing. Right? Set a mark upon the elect forehead. Right? So they wouldn't they will escape judgment. They wouldn't be judged by the nuclear fire, the thermonuclear fire. Right? So hey, they will run to the scripture, Ezekiel chapter 9. Right? To prove their point. Right? Saying that the mark is not a physical mark. Right? Is religion or embargo. Right? And then jump to Revelation chapter 13 now. Where it says, and he calls it all both small and great, rich and both free and born to receive a mark in their right hand. Right? This is a different mark, because when you go into this word, right, in Revelation chapter 13 verse 16, when you go into this mark talking about an implant, right? A cut or an implant, right? Goes back to the Hebrew word kwai, right? When you go into the etymology of the word on the Strong's G is karagma, right? Which means cut or imprinted mark. Right? So if you don't have an imprinted mark, right? Either in your right hand, which is my right here, or in your forehead. Alright? Because it's all both small and great, rich and poor, free and born. Alright? So hey, a lot of you people in these other camps keep following these leaders, right? Basically, is he blind leading you blind, all they're blind. Because them leaders blind, right? And they're leading all them, because all they're blind too. Right? Them is false prophets. The 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 1. But there were false prophets also among the people, right? There was false prophets even among the people, right? Even as there shall be false prophets among you, right? Who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even the like, even deny the Lord that brought them and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Right? So basically, them denying the Lord, them denying Hashem, right? Them going into the strange philosophies, right? And denying what Hashem shall say, denying the prophecies, right? That's what them other men doing, right? Mocking the men of Hashem shall. Yeah, there's an apostles of great milestone. Just because we say the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. But hey, the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Alright? And if you want to take it, well, hey, like between you and the Most High, alright? Just know when you take it, there's no turning back. You already sealed for destruction. Once you take that mark, you sealed for destruction. It's not like you could take the mark, then realize it really is the mark of the beast. Right? Then try to take it out your right hand. Right? Or take it out your forehead. It's nothing like that. Alright? Once you take that mark, it's showing the Most High that, hey, Esau is your God, Esau is your power. Alright? Because Esau will be able to control you through the RFID microchip. Alright? Tap into your phone, know where you're thinking. Alright? There's a goal at Esau. That is what Esau wants to do. That's what Esau wants to do. Alright? RFID 2020. Alright, so with that, let's give our praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshai, Bashem, Rokakodash, the bonus of the elders and apostles of great mercy not do well. Shalom, Barakem, Laha, Akem, across the world, preaching this word in sincerity and the truth. Shalom, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshai, Bashem, Rokakodash, Barakatah.